Welcome back to another episode of Cactus Plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. My name is Bobby.
I'm Kevandre.
And last time, there was a dream, and then Von Karma tased the shit out of us, stole the letter that he wrote after admitting to it, but we managed to steal a perfectly intact bullet that had somehow been cut out of a man's heart, even though that's not how that thing works. So, yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah, they use the little tongs to yoink
no
the bullet.
No.
He was already dead anyway, so just tear that shit up.
No, I mean the bullet would have been smashed.
That'd have been fine.
Look, if it was stopping the heart, either it hit a lot of, bone to slow it down, or it would have punched through. That's how bullets do.
I hit him right between his ribs.
Yeah. Anyways.
I walked towards him, but I'm ushered away.
Moving on. So, this is it. Judgment Day.
T2.
Why? You've never seen the movie.
No, I have not.
You've watched the worst one, and you're like, yeah, that's
Terminator
great.
Salvation is great. I'm not going to watch any other Terminator because it might be better than that one, and I already like that one.
All of them are better than that one.
I don't know about all of them.
Literally, all of them are better than that one.
It's such a good movie.
It is not. You're an idiot.
No.
How dare you like that movie?
It's a good movie.
Anyway, today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Work. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with a stun gun yesterday. That is not how that works.
Yeah, she just has electricity powers now.
Yeah. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard.
Whoa! What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. You go into the bathroom to do that, dude. Anyways, don't do that in public outside of a courthouse. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, yeah! Oh, I guess that's you.
Whoa, yeah, pal. What's gotten into that girl?
Detective Gumshoe.
She ate a Pikachu, pal. Good morning.
How did it go, Detective?
Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired.
Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it.
Yummy Yogi.
Yeah. 10 a.m. There we go.
Court is now in session for the trial of Niles Edgeworth.
What up? The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ellipsis. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit to Understood.
Yeah, got all that.
I had a stroke.
I got shocked on the way in.
Yeah. I met a small girl.
No. Come on. Don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says.
Very well. Mr. Von Karma, you open a statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested.
Nah, I need something to drink. Okay.
In yesterday's trials, the defense asserted the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony.
I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
That voice hurts.
Yeah.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it.
I thought it was Laurel.
Laurel Yogi.
I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did.
Yeah, okay. Nothing depressed there.
But I wasn't running away or nothing.
Nothing really depressed there. Yeah, went to go buy some food for Polly. See, should I present the parrot? Like, I kind of want to present the parrot.
If we present things, it might, damage us.
But the parrot, food.
Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, I kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. You dumb old fuck.
I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow.
You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible.
I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue.
I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't have one. Got one.
How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case, and no motive. Both of these statements are lies.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Ho ho! Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name.
Yeah.
That first one would be a fucking twist.
That's a hell of a twist. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident.
It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that this witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then, we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
Ah, see. That makes sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints?
It's like that time that I was on Valium.
Yeah.
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff.
Oddly enough, your fingerprints will grow the fuck back.
Yeah. Even if you just like skin them off with like the rotating circle
Yeah.
that beavers live in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your fingerprints will grow back. Unless you like chop the finger off or it's a severe burn. And also, most of the time when you're fingerprinted, they will actually try and get the first significant chunk down, like halfway through that second bit, during certain parts of it, so that way they can do it from further down the finger.
Right.
Which is how they've caught a lot of criminals who have tried to burn their fingerprints off. Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No!
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no?
No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it in like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright?
God damn, stop with the tisking, you motherfucker. It's annoying.
Perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief from... Yes, that's what we've been thinking was going to happen this
Yes,
whole time.
that's the entire point. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot. What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to... Your Honor! The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up. On my proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
Order? Order? Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. It was your idea, idiot.
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest.
That's not how that works. Okay.
Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Yeah, 100%. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
She's just in my coat pocket.
This is so fucking stupid. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. And screenshot.
Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us.
Witness testimony.
Hello. Hello.
Okay.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well. Begin your cross-examination.
Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya?
Hello. Hello.
Alright, so pressing on that. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? What's the safe number? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name?
Polly. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Of course. Yes, it does.
Ha! Fascinating! You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi.
We figured that shit out.
Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Bam. And double check, make sure this is the right one. Yes. Present.
The DL6 case file. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to the parrot's name?
Case summary, victim data, suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly? Polly Shore?
Yes, that's who's on trial right now. It's Polly Shore.
Yeah. Buddy.
Anyways,
We're
please
too-
don't do that again.
We're too old. We're too young to understand that even, so it's fine.
Yeah, we're too old and too young to understand
Well,
that.
Bobby's too old. I'm too young.
You have to be exactly 29 to understand Polly Shore?
Yep.
Okay.
Or my dad.
Or your dad. Anyways, exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée, who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible. Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
She's only 7... Oh.
She's only 7 years old, you fucking pedophile. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial, especially since Polly is the most common parrot name in the world. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. We can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what?
Very well, witness. You may continue. I guess. Press her again.
Do I need to press, or what can I present? Hey, Parrot, what do you think about this fucking parrot?
Look at this photograph.
Hey, Parrot, so I pull out my gun? That'd be great. Anyways, so, yeah, that's what you got. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me.
Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot.
What? Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
So let's press her again here, because we had other options, right?
Yeah. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What should I say? And then have we forgotten something?
Or what's the safe number?
Or what's the safe number? But how would that do anything?
It might. You don't know.
Hold on. What was the safe number?
I think it was 1228.
Yeah, December 28th.
Right.
The day of the
Right. That's
okay.
the. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? I'll just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack?
1228. 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ha! Ridiculous! How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity?
And I guess it's the DL6 incident again. But this time it'd just be on the case summary.
Yes.
Okay.
It all checks out. Is it DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to the safe number?
Case summary. It's on the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
His fucking smug ass face, I swear. The date of the incident, December 28th. Wow, that's today's date, 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Ah.
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set the secret numbers to dates.
Objection!
Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number one. That's a fucking great idea, Karma.
Yeah, thanks for telling us.
This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately.
Oh shit.
Witness. Tell us your name.
Objection!
Fate. The witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay.
Oh shit.
Ho ho.
I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity.
You have no idea how fucking funny that rainbow holy shit was.
Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Going pretty Edgeworth with it, aren't you?
Oh. No.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty close anyway. Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yep, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he had said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing.
You were a bailiff.
Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care for who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets.
But wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Oh, shit.
Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. No. Will the defendant please take the stand? Man, it is these many voices.
Yeah.
There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are clear to suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? Objection!
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That was like a confetti. They just have it in court. That is all. The court is adjourned. Regardless of what the outcome. Oh shit. Did someone say objection? Yeah,
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth.
Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Yeah, no shit, Maya. Anyways, uh-oh. What do I do? I kind of want to raise an objection. Or leave it to Edgeworth. Either one of those. Probably not just leave it to Edgeworth. That seems like a bad idea. He's gonna fuck it up.
Perhaps.
But the gun was fired twice in the DL6 incident. I really don't think Edgeworth did it. I think circumstances just would make it believe like that.
Well, whatever. Just do whichever you want.
You sure?
Yeah.
We should flip a coin.
Heads, raise an objection, leave it to Edgeworth's tails.
Yeah.
Alexa, flip a coin. What?
No! Stop!
Alexa, stop! Alexa,
Dumb fucking
flip
robot.
a coin. Thank you.
Okay, so raise the objection. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
We must use this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself.
Should we stop here right on the nightmare bit again?
Sure, if you want.
Because we're right at the 30-minute mark.
Yeah.
We can get Miles' testimony afterwards, but I like the idea of ending right on the nightmare bit again so I can bitch about it next episode.
Fair enough.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and save.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Alright.
Hard to do 3 episodes of this in a row.
Yeah, it is. That's what we just did. It's great. So, we should probably go ahead and do our shoutouts, and then we can be done with this game.
Cool. Why don't you go first?
Alright, so my shoutout is going towards a chap named David Chapman.
A chap.
Yes, I had to say it. Anyways, named David Chapman. He's recently gotten in the news.
Not the dude who killed John Lennon.
No, not that guy. Or maybe it is. That would be a neat twist. But he did something kind of sneaky. So recently, Fallout 76 has started what's basically a pay-to-win.
It's called Fallout First, right?
Yeah, Fallout First, where you can pay, and I think it's something like $100 for a year or something like that. You get like a box where you can store infinite goods and trading items and all that stuff in it. You can choose not to play with other people, but still be on the online setting. It just sort of like blocks them out and shit. So it makes it more like a Fallout game. And then Bethesda came out and said, yeah, that's what people have been asking for. And it's like, no, people have been asking for those features, not for it to be stuck behind a paywall. When they announced it, though, they had a couple of links to a couple of sites about setting it up and all that stuff. They forgot to register one of the domain names.
Oh, yeah.
So David Chapman saw that and bought the domain name for all of like $24. And now he's reached out to Bethesda. It's like, hey, if you want it, I'll sell it to you. But, yeah, you gotta sit at like a little round table for me, and we gotta be talking about how you're fucking up your game. And maybe don't screw up Fallout some more. But I just like that idea of, one, Bethesda not buying all the domains before they reached out and said that. That's fucking dumb. Somebody really dropped the ball there. But then also somebody just deciding to check that and buying it up. I know domain hoarding is a real thing, and it's annoying.
Yes.
But yeah. It's
GoDaddy.
Yeah. But it is very funny to me that he got away with that. And it's just like, yeah, fuck you. You've already announced this. My domain now. Okay, bye.
Yeah. On a similar note, I'm going to do a shout out to a new game called The Outer Worlds. Now, this is a game that's put out by Obsidian, who made Fallout New Vegas. Obsidian, who is now owned by Microsoft.
Did not know that before.
I didn't know that until yesterday. But I guess they announced The Outer Worlds before that buyout, so Outer Worlds still came out on PS4.
Hooray!
But because it's owned by Microsoft, it was a day one Game Pass game. So I just downloaded it on my Xbox because why the fuck not? I'm not a big Fallout person. I can never seem to get into those kinds of games. Conversely, I really like the world building so far that I've played in this game. I could see myself really enjoying the world. A lot of people have described it as if you mixed Fallout and Mass Effect together. I guess I can see kind of that based on my experiences so far. I just don't really love the gameplay. That's me though. If I could take it into third person, I think I'd like it quite a bit more. But I cannot, which sucks. But all the same, for basically playing it for free, I can definitely recommend it. So if you've got an Xbox and Game Pass, which if you have an Xbox, you fucking better have Game Pass. Just check it out.
Yeah.
Rather than spending $60 on a whole new thing of it. Taking a chance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, shout outs to The Outer Worlds. It seems like a really nice game, and I could see people getting really, really obsessed with it.
That's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But alright, that's all we got.
Cool. Later, players.
Bye.